In a city where steel towers blot out the sun, where the air itself tastes of smoke and rust, the world's heartbeat is silenced by greed. This is Midgar, the industrial fortress of the Shinra Electric Power Company. Shinra draws the planet's very life force, the mystical energy known as Mako, refining it into power and profit. The people live under Shinra's rule, their days lit by neon, their nights drowned in pollution. The planet groans, but most are too broken to hear it. Yet in the slums below, resistance takes shape. A ragtag band of eco-warriors calling themselves Avalanche rise against Shinra. Their mission is desperate and dangerous: to destroy the Mako reactors and halt the company's endless hunger. Leading the charge is Barrett Wallace, a man hardened by loss, carrying both fury and hope in equal measure. His weaponized arm is a symbol of vengeance, but beneath the fire burns a father's love, driving him to fight for a future his daughter Marlene may yet see. Into this rebellion steps a stranger, Cloud Strife, a mercenary with cold eyes and the swagger of a former soldier. Shinra's elite fighting force. He claims loyalty only to the paycheck, dismissing ideals of saving the planet as childish dreams. Yet his combat skill is undeniable. His sword, the massive Buster Sword, cutting through Shinra's soldiers like lightning through steel. Though he insists he is only a hired hand, Avalanche accepts him, for they need his strength. The early strikes hit hard. Explosions rock Midgar, the reactors shudder, and whispers spread of terrorists daring to defy Shinra. But while victories come, so too does cost. Shinra responds not with negotiation, but with calculated cruelty. The company sends troops, machines, and science twisted into weapons to crush dissent. Tifa Lockhart, Cloud's childhood friend and a core member of Avalanche, struggles with guilt. She fights for the planet, but wonders if their methods will bring hope or ruin. Her connection to Cloud, however fragile, begins to stir memories in him. Fragments of a boy who once dreamed of becoming a hero. Amidst chaos, another thread of fate weaves into Cloud's life. In the forgotten corners of the slums, he meets Aerith Gainsborough, a flower seller who seems impossibly out of place in Midgar's filth. She is gentle, luminous, yet unshaken by the city's darkness. Their meeting is no coincidence. Aerith's mysterious aura and her strange connection to the planet set her apart. Shinra grows desperate. To annihilate Avalanche, the company executes one of the most horrific acts in its history. By dropping an entire steel plate onto Sector 7, they crush not only Avalanche's base but also thousands of innocent lives. Screams vanish under rubble, the slums are obliterated, and hope burns to ash. Avalanche survives by inches but scarred forever. Barrett's rage becomes unquenchable, while Tifa shoulders grief that words cannot heal. Captured in the chaos, the heroes are dragged into Shinra's tower. There, they see the Empire's heart of corruption, smug executives, brilliant but twisted scientists like Hojo, and a president who speaks of the planet as a resource, not a living being. Yet when the party expects execution, fate shifts. The president is found slain not by rebels but by a legend. Sephiroth, the once revered soldier hero, thought long dead, has returned. His blade pierces Shinra's walls, and with it the illusion of who the true enemy is. Sephiroth's shadow ignites fear. For Cloud, his name stirs something deeper. Admiration twisted into obsession and pain buried in memory. He insists he knows Sephiroth, fought beside him, idolized him. But cracks spread through his recollections, as though his very identity trembles in Sephiroth's wake. With the help of allies, the group fights their way out of the tower. Steel and glass shatter behind them as they break free of Midgar's walls. What began as a mission against a corporation has transformed into something far greater. Shinra remains a danger, but Sephiroth looms as a force beyond reason. A man who once walked as a hero, now consumed by something darker than ambition. As the sun rises over the wastelands beyond Midgar, the party steps into a vast world for the first time. Barrett's vow to protect the planet hardens into steel. Tifa quietly steels herself to guard both the world and Cloud, whose path grows ever more uncertain. Aerith, smiling with a calm only she seems to understand, walks beside them, her secret connection to the planet unspoken, yet pulsing with importance. And Cloud, for all his bravado, feels the weight of destiny pressing down, whispering that his story and Sephiroth's are bound together. The escape from Midgar is not an ending, but a beginning. The struggle for the planet has only just begun. And the truth of Cloud Strife, a mercenary, friend, hero, or something else entirely, lies waiting beyond the horizon. Beyond Midgar's steel prison lies a world vast and scarred, its towns and fields marked by the planet's slow bleeding. Cloud and his companions, now fugitives, pursue Sephiroth, the ghost from Cloud's past who walks once more across the earth. Though Shinra still hunts them, the true enemy has shifted. Sephiroth moves with purpose, leaving behind whispers, destruction, and dread. The chase leads them first to Kalm, where Cloud recounts his memories. He tells of serving in Soldier, of following Sephiroth on a mission to the mountain town of Nibelheim. There, Sephiroth discovered his origins, born not as a man, but as an experiment, infused with alien cells from the creature Jenova. Learning the truth shattered him. He set the village ablaze, murdering innocents, his silver hair gleaming in firelight as his humanity slipped away. Cloud's tale is told with certainty, his voice calm, but something in his story doesn't quite align. His companions listen, unease settling among them. Across the world, the party follows Sephiroth's trail. In the seaside city of Junon, in mountain paths and across the skies, his presence is felt like a storm-gathering force. With each step, Shinra hounds them, determined to reclaim dominance. The group grows in strength and number, drawing allies from every walk of life, warriors, sharpshooters, even an experimental beast named Red Thread. Yet at the core remains Cloud, Tifa, Barret, and Aerith, bound together by both chance and destiny. Aerith, more than any of them, senses what lies beneath the surface. She reveals herself as the last of the Cetra, an ancient people who once communed with the planet. Her heritage grants her an intimacy with the life stream, the river of spirit energy that flows through the world. Sephiroth seeks the Promised Land, a mythical place of boundless energy, and Aerith knows his path threatens all life. Though her demeanor is gentle, she carries a weight no one else can bear. Sephiroth's power grows monstrous. At the Temple of the Ancients, the party discovers his plan: to summon a meteor of unimaginable size, a wound so vast it will cripple the planet. In the aftermath, he intends to merge with the planet's essence, becoming a godlike being reborn in destruction. Here, Cloud falters. Under Sephiroth's influence, fragments of his mind splinter. His voice shakes. His body moves against his will. For a moment, he nearly delivers the black materia, the key to Meteor, into Sephiroth's hands. Only his companion's faith pulls him back, but the cracks in his identity deepen. Amid these struggles, Aerith makes a choice. Guided by whispers from the planet, she slips away, leaving her friends behind. She journeys to the Forgotten Capital, an ancient city, to pray for salvation. Her prayer is for Holy, the only force strong enough to counter Meteor. Yet prayer alone is not enough. She must offer herself fully, body and spirit, as the planet's last ancient. The others chase after her, fear gnawing at their hearts. They arrive just as fate strikes. In the still waters of the capital, Aerith kneels, eyes closed, lips moving in silent prayer. Above her descends Sephiroth, silent as death, his blade glimmering. In one motion, he drives it through her. The world stops. Aerith's prayer continues, her face serene even as her life fades. Cloud rushes forward, catching her as she falls, the water rippling with her final breath. The moment is shattering. Barret roars in disbelief. Tifa trembles with grief, and Cloud, who once claimed detachment, feels something inside him break beyond repair. Aerith is gone. Sephiroth vanishes, leaving behind only mockery, as if daring them to continue the chase. Meteor stirs in the heavens, glowing red with menace. Yet in her sacrifice, Aerith has set Holy into motion. The planet itself now holds a chance to resist. But will Holy awaken in time, and will the heroes survive long enough to see it? The party lays Aerith to rest in the waters of the Forgotten Capital. Her body drifts downward, embraced by the life stream. The image of her smile, calm and resolute, lingers as both wound and beacon. For Cloud, her death is not only loss but a call. He vows to stop Sephiroth, not as a mercenary, not as a false soldier, but as himself, whoever that may truly be. The journey grows darker. The lines between memory and truth blur, and Sephiroth's grip on Cloud's soul tightens. Yet even in despair, a light remains. Aerith's final prayer carried by the planet itself. The chase is not over. It has only entered its most perilous age. The world reels beneath a crimson sky. Meteor, summoned by Sephiroth's will, hangs above the earth like a wound that refuses to close. Towns tremble, seas shift, and the people look skyward in dread. Shinra clings to its empire, deploying weapons and machines in futile defiance. But the true battle no longer belongs to corporations or armies. It rests with Cloud and his companions, who carry not only Aerith's prayer, but the fate of the planet itself. Yet within Cloud lies a greater battle. Sephiroth's voice echoes in his mind, twisting memory into nightmare. At the northern reaches of the world, the truth unravels. Cloud was never the soldier he claimed to be. His memories are fractured, stolen pieces stitched together under Jenova's influence. The boy from Nibelheim who admired Sephiroth, who longed to be a hero, never became the warrior he boasted. Instead, he stood in the shadows, watching others claim glory. His identity is a mosaic of lies and half-truths, shattered under Sephiroth's cruel manipulations. The revelation breaks him. In despair, Cloud vanishes into the lifestream, consumed by doubt. But he is not abandoned. Tifa, unwavering, dives into the depths of his mind, guiding him through the fog of falsehood. Together they confront the truth, that while he was never the soldier he pretended to be, his strength comes not from fabricated memories, but from his choices, his will, and the bonds he has forged. Emerging renewed, Cloud claims his identity not as a shadow of Sephiroth, but as his own man. Meanwhile, Shinra collapses under its own hubris. In desperation, it awakens the colossal weapons of the planet, biomechanical titans meant to defend the world. They turn their fury not against Sephiroth, but against Shinra's cities, reducing its empire to rubble. The once untouchable corporation crumbles, its greed finally swallowed by the chaos it helped unleash. With Shinra falling, the stage narrows to its final confrontation. At the heart of the northern crater, Sephiroth awaits, more god than man. He seeks to merge with the planet as Meteor tears it apart, to rise from ruin as the arbiter of a new world. The party descends into the abyss, through alien flesh and crystallized energy, the remnants of Jenova's influence. Every step forward is a rejection of despair, a vow to honor Aerith's sacrifice, and to fight not for glory but for life itself. The battle is cataclysmic. Jenova's monstrous forms rise and fall before the party's resolve. At last, Sephiroth reveals his true power, transforming into a towering angelic being, a vision of godhood born from madness. His wings spread against the void, his blade stretching like judgment itself. Yet against him stands Cloud, no longer fractured, no longer lost. His companions lend their strength, their trust, and their hearts, binding him to reality when Sephiroth tries to pull him back into shadow. Through fire and fury, they strike him down. But in the silence that follows, Sephiroth refuses to die. In the stillness of the lifestream, Cloud faces him one last time, not as soldier or mercenary, but as himself. Their duel is not of blades alone, but of wills. With a final surge, Cloud cuts through the nightmare, severing Sephiroth's hold forever. Meteor, however, still descends, burning the sky. The planet shudders as the world nears its end. But then Aerith's prayer stirs. Holy, long delayed, awakens, shining with pure light. It rises to meet Meteor, but its power alone is not enough. The planet itself answers, the life stream surging forth in luminous rivers, carrying Aerith's spirit within its current. Together, Holy and the life stream envelop Meteor, breaking its fury and saving the world from annihilation. When the light fades, the party survives, standing at the edge of a battered but living world. Shinra is no more, its empire in ruins. Sephiroth is gone, his shadow burned away. The scars will remain, but so too will the hope that life can flourish again. Cloud, looking to the sky, feels Aerith's presence gentle and eternal. He is no longer a mercenary drifting without purpose, no longer a man bound by false memories. He is simply Cloudstrife, survivor, friend, and hero. At his side stand Tifa, Barret, Red the Threed, and the others, united not by fate alone, but by choice, by the bonds they fought to protect. From the ashes of despair rises the promise of tomorrow. The planet breathes anew, its heartbeat steady, carried by those who dared to fight for it. Final Fantasy VII does not end with victory alone, but with a reminder that even the smallest spark of hope can outshine the deepest shadow. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.